A very good morning, Candy. Good morning, Sri Lanka. And a very, very Merry Christmas to every single one of you tuning in.
Merry Christmas, everyone. It is exactly 8 a.m. on this beautiful December 25th, and you are listening to Christmas for All.
That's right. This special broadcast is brought to you by the Razans Media Unit. I'm Sanula.
And I'm Jovindu. We are so excited to be your companions this morning as the sun rises over our hills.
It's a day for family, a day for reflection, and most importantly, a day for hope.
Especially this year, we've been through quite a bit lately, haven't we?
Yeah, we certainly have, Malli, but look at us now. We are here together celebrating Christmas. The coffee is brewing, the trees are lit, and the spirit of Christmas is officially in the air.
Yes, indeed. So, we have a packed show for you today. We are going to talk about the magic of the season, how our island is rising together after the recent cyclone, and what Christmas looks like across the entire globe today.
So settle in, grab a piece of kiribat or a slice of Christmas cake, and let's get started. So, starting on, Malli, there's something incredibly specific about a Sri Lankan Christmas. It's not the very, very white Christmas, or what do you call the Christmas that's celebrated by the rest of the world with all the snow and fun. Because we have this unique blend of tropical warmth and the mist of the mountains. Here in Kandy at 8 a.m., you can still feel the crisp chill in the air. Christmas in Sri Lanka isn't just for the Christian community, it's a national heartbeat. So, just walking down my memory lane, I remember walking down the streets last week. So, despite all the weather conditions, all the chaos we had within the past few weeks, with all the disaster situations that have been going on in the country, you still see the stars hanging in the boutiques, the smell of burnt sugar and spices from the kitchen, and the sense of togetherness. So, why do I call it togetherness? Because what may come, people have this sense of unity within themselves. They're always together. For me personally, the spirit of Christmas is the spirit of giving without expecting. Because that's the sense of love created by humanity to give another person, to share something with another person without any expectation back. So, Mali, I think it's about open doors. It's our villages and towns. It doesn't matter who you are, what religion you belong to. If you walk into a house today, you're getting either a plate of sweets. Mali, what does the spirit feel like to you this morning? Because for me personally, I don't know, I feel different. I feel people have become more bonded with what's happening in the country itself. Keeping aside all the religion, keeping aside all the ideologies, all the things, all the mindsets, people have become together as a single unit, especially seeing how the community have been being more recently. What do you think? What is your idea?
Yes, indeed, Daya. So, to me personally, this spirit, the spirit this year is quite unique. This year feels like, resilience, I'd say. So, yeah, if you take a look at our history, all the way from the Anuradhapura kingdom during the British colonial period, all the way up to this exact moment in the present. We've always been a type of people who find the light in the dark. We always find a way to stand up from the dust whenever we fail in front of a challenge. So, I was thinking about the preparations this year. I see it's a bit different, right? Maybe some decorations are a little simpler, but like maybe the celebrations are a bit more intimate. But most importantly, the meaning has deepened.
Going to let me add a
And
point out there. So, you were talking about how celebrations might take a turn this year, yeah? What I think is, Christmas is not only about decorations. Because decorations is usually something we use in order to depict, in order to be used to show what we are capable of. Maybe it's a depiction of the celebration. But Sri Lanka proved that people together in unity can do much better than a simpler decoration. So that's my thought about this year's decorations.
yes, indeed, Daya, indeed. And we all have to admit that, as you said, we all have been moved away from this materialistic nature of Christmas and moved into a level where it's just us one for another. And that's the true spirit of Christmas. And when we talk about Christmas for all, as given in this podcast, it's about that universal message of peace that we are trying to convey. And further, if I further address the socio-economic impact that we had to face, this is an impact that we all had to face from all around the island of Sri Lanka. Even from starting from the central hills, even in areas like Polonnaruwa and Anuradhapura and Ampara, there's a massive agricultural devastation which affected the entire country. Especially given the fact that this time period, this is the Maha season, and this storm affected that Maha season, which is one of the most important agricultural seasons for the entire country, and thousands of acres of paddy in the rice bowl were just simply destroyed, right? So that in a basic level, that poses a formal challenge to national food security, as even during our holiday period. And even at that point, we were there for each other, and we saw that usually in usual Christmases, like in previous years, we saw that each and every clothing shop, each and every souvenir shop was extremely crowded. But this year, we saw how this Christmas economy has shifted from retail shopping to essential goods and reconstruction material. And that is the Christmas spirit that we all have here in Sri Lanka. We saw that indication of the change in consumer behavior due to this disaster. That shows that selfless nature of our people. And that's what's most important. And even more, I think about the kids waking up this morning, right? The kids all around this island. No matter what happened with the storms recently, I just thought parents across the island have worked miracles to make sure there's at least the smallest gift or a special meal on the table to make Christmas special. And that's the real magic. Not the commercial stuff, but the effort we make for one another. And it's about that quiet joy that a cyclone cannot wash away from us. And speaking of the storm, Ayya, I have to add this. We have to talk about this elephant in the room. How we've all been working day and night to help out each other. We all saw the recent impact of Cyclone Ditwa, right? Like this broader monsoon devastation that really tested us on another level. We saw flooded streets, and we also landslides, entire families displaced, entire villages disappeared overnight, and a lot of uncertainty just as this beautiful Advent season began. But what moved me the most wasn't this news on the disaster, it was the news on the recovery. Even in our neighborhood, even in our school itself, I saw youth groups joining in together. There were no ethnic barriers, there were no religious barriers. It was just people joining together for the sake of humanity, including some of our own peers. They were collecting dry rations instead of planning parties. They were going away from that materialistic nature and moving towards a more humanitarian aspect given the current situation in Sri Lanka. I saw people opening their homes to strangers whose roofs had been damaged. It's a bit bittersweet, isn't it? Celebrating while knowing some of our brothers and sisters in the north, in the east, and even here in the central hills itself are still drying out their belongings. It's really sad. But, when you think about it, isn't that what the first Christmas was? Just think about it. It was a story about a family finding no room at an inn, yet finding a way to move forward. That's what Christmas is about. So, Alia, you've seen the relief efforts up close. And how do you think this has changed our perspective on Christmas this year, in your opinion?
That was quite a bit. In my opinion, Malya, I think it changed everything. I think it stripped away the glitter and left us the gold. So, let me get to the point. When Ditva hit, it didn't ask for what religion it was. Just simply think about tsunami in 2004, when the waves were hitting the high tides, pulling up along the coastal way. It didn't ask the person whether you were Buddhist or a Christian or whatever the religion it is. Same way, nature never asks the person about their ethnicity or religion when they're about to cause a hazard or whatever the diabolical disaster it can be. And when the rescue boats and the foot passers went out, nobody asked either. Not the tri-forces, not the police, not any of the security firms. Divided, or they didn't compare you, they didn't divide you into groups on religion. They didn't treat you differently if you're Christian. They didn't treat you differently if you're Islamic. They didn't treat you different if you are Buddhist. Because that's the togetherness I was talking in the very beginning. They were treated equally. They were given the maximum protection. They were given the proper rescue no matter what religion and ethnicity they were. That is the ultimate Christmas lesson I think Sri Lankans gain this year. Because people usually are not the type who would always act according to what we are, right? So when it comes to different situations in the country, people are not always the giving type. But this year, it changed a lot. We saw people were rescued and taken to mosques as rescue centers. Buddhists were there, Christians were there. They didn't care about religion. That's what unity comes in when a country is falling apart. When the country is given a damn thing about a disaster, you can't put your religion first. You have to put your humanity first. That's the lesson we learned this year. So I saw a group of volunteers in the mud wearing Santa hats while clearing debris. That hit me hard. Because that's the true spirit, yeah? That image stayed truly with me. So why are we celebrating today? We are celebrating because we survived. So if we didn't make it today to this place, you, me, and our audience would not have made a chance. We're celebrating because we are helping each other rebuild. we are making ourselves stronger, we are helping another to become stronger. This Christmas, giving isn't just about a wrapped box. It's about giving our time. You can give anything to another person. So if your motive of giving something to someone is expecting something back, you should change your mindset. Because this Christmas, giving isn't all about a gift inside a box. You can lend your time to help a refugee. You can help a person, help a neighbor, fix a roof, or sharing just a meal itself with another family who lost their harvest. That's a giving, because that's how you show your kind of unity with another person. Imagine you have a neighbor who has been reallocated after the Ditva. Imagine that person does not have a home yet, is struggling to make a life for himself. Why not lend a hand? Why not go to himself, offer him some food, offer him some shelter, invite him for dinner? You won't lose a bone. You won't lose a year's saving for it. And one good thing could lead to this and that, could lead to a lifetime. So if you're listening to us right now and you've been affected by the cyclones, please know that the Rajans Media Unit and the entire community stands along with you. You are not alone. This podcast is for you. We are a nation of survivors, and today we celebrate the fact that we are still standing stronger together. So while we are here in our beautiful island, let me divert our attention to how Christmas looks like in some other nations. So the sun is also rising or maybe setting on Christmas celebrations across the globe. It's very fascinating, Mali. We are seeing only one side of Sri Lankan Christmas. So how beautiful can a single day look differently depending on wherever you are? So right now, if you divert your attention towards parts of Europe and America, it's Christmas Eve night. They're looking at snow-covered trees. And in Australia, they're preparing for Christmas lunch on the beach because it's the middle of summer for them. But globally, this year has been heavy. Heavy in the sense, not in a way people have been clutched, but considering different specters about it, from economic shifts to climatic changes like the ones we just faced. Because you cannot stop a climatic change or a natural disaster to its max. It happens, it happens. The effect it creates. We cannot mitigate a situation like that. So not only Sri Lanka, war has been going on in different countries. We have no idea, we have no clue how people there might feel being dislocated, reallocated, rehabilitated, not having a piece of dusk to eat, getting their loved ones killed. What kind of emotion might be they living, craving with every day and night? The world is leaning more towards sustainability day by day. People are moving away from plastics, polythene, and moving towards handmade gifts. They're moving towards a greener eco lifestyle. That's a global movement, going towards kindness first. So Marley, let me ask you this question. You're keeping up with the latest trends, yeah? What are you seeing globally that we can learn from?
Well, it's interesting you mentioned that, Arya. So, one of the biggest global trends this year that got my attention the most is this concept of conscious celebrating, which is quite very great and mature, You see, people are focusing more on mental health and being there for each other rather than just presence. And that is really important, and in my opinion, that should be and that is the true spirit of Christmas itself. So, also, we see this massive trend of experience gifting, which is instead of a physical box, people are gifting digital subscriptions for wellness, ecotourism vouchers, or even like gift a forest cards where you pay to protect a patch of trees in the recipient's name. These are all just really new great concepts which can shape our entire future, moving us away from this materialistic nature and catering us towards this true spirit of Christmas. And even after Cyclone Ditwa, this is so relevant for us. Why buy a plastic toy that might end up in a landfill when you can gift a voucher for a local experience that supports a Sri Lankan small business trying to get back on its feet after this entire mess? So that is what we should try to do more and more. We should try to help out each other, and we should try to do something much more valuable for us as well as for our community. And that is going to help us cater towards a much better Christmas. And in many countries, they are doing this concept of community tables where no one eats alone. If you don't have a family to go to, there are community hubs that host you. But still, I mean, in my opinion, I think we do that already. Like, that's our that's kind of our day to day lifestyle here in Sri Lanka with immense hospitality here. But seeing it become a global priority is just simply beautiful. And also, we have to address this very important thing on the digital effect of Christmas. With the help of the digital space and the globalization, it has changed a lot of things. Even though we are a media unit, we see how people are using technology to bridge the gap. Like, for example, a Sri Lankan family in Kandy is currently on a WhatsApp video call with their son in London or their daughter in Melbourne, eating breakfast together across time zones. So with that, it's not even local yet. It's not limited. It's global as a whole. You can help out each other. You can be together with each other wherever you are throughout the entire globe. And that psychological help and that psychological support is what is the most important. And I'd like to add on to this. You might think, okay, we are doing and we are helping out each and every other, and we are helping out others. But what is it for us? If we keep all the morality aside, still studies in 2025 has shown that these acts of gratitude and community service during holidays significantly lower cortisol levels, which I believe happened to be the initial spirit of Christmas that even Lord Jesus was catering towards. So, for those of us in Kandy, in Sri Lanka, across the island, who are traumatized by these floods and landslides, these new concepts, such as conscious celebrating, would be a survival mechanism even, rather than just another concept. By focusing on helping a neighbor or sharing a meal at a community table, we are actually healing our own minds while helping out another soul. And that itself is the beauty of Christmas. So,
I think I've a few words to what you're saying. I was giving this a thought. So, just think this is quite a downfall for the country. Yeah? So it's time for the country to stand up as a nation together. Yeah. So you've been talking about, and I've been listening to you for the past few minutes about how this can be a new mode or new mechanism of celebration in order for even people to change their minds, to change their fate about things. What I think is, I agree to what you're saying. A country like Sri Lanka, when you're down, so we don't know what families are facing as of right now. Because one family might have lost one family member, and the other family, only one family member might be standing. that's two different levels of emotions, losing one family member and losing the whole family. So that's why we believe, as a nation, it's not just about giving it, but putting your arm over another's shoulder, giving your shoulder to them for their head to rest on, being there by their side, being with them throughout whatever the phase they are going to face for the rest of their life. That's one of the best gifts you can give. What do you think about it?
Yes, indeed, Aya. Indeed. I mean, Christmas is all about love. It's about affection. And right now, in this island, there are people who need it the most. Even if you can't do help them financially, still, if you can help them out by a kind word, as you mentioned, it would be the world for them. So, at the end of the day, in Sri Lanka, we believe this Christmas is all about helping out each other. And this Christmas is really important for us, given that what we had to face and what we are currently facing right now, how people are rebuilding themselves. I believe that this Christmas is a really important aspect for us to help out each other and help them rebuild as a nation. And this doesn't get cornered towards ethnics or religions. Because even if we take Buddhism itself, it is that same principle that Lord Buddha tried to convey. Maitri and Karuna. Those frameworks is that loving kindness that we always should give, and that loving kindness is that love that was highlighted towards this entire religion, and that is what we should try to cultivate here. So at the end of the day, as we wrap up this special broadcast, I want to take a moment to look at the clock. The day is just beginning. The smell of lunch is starting to waft through the houses, and the kids are probably playing with their new toys. And my wish for everyone listening is that this feeling, this sense of peace and community we've found after the storm, doesn't end when the tree comes down in January. So let's keep this Christmas for all energy going every day. Aya, any final words for our listeners from the media unit?
Thank you, Malli. Some precious words there. So I think my final word is simple. You wrapped up most of it. So I think I'll add a small bits and pieces here and there. So I think what we saw for the last few weeks, last month, was hectic, tremendous. And if I just put a word to all the soldiers, to all the Triforces, to all the policemen, to all the firefighters, every person out there who put a step, who put their lives, to all the young generations, to groups of people who took their vehicles for the rescue, a hats off for each and every one of them, because you played your role no matter what. You put their lives at stake to rescue another. Many put their life at stake. Many risked their lives to save another. That's what gratitude is. So that's my simplest thought. Gratitude. So first of all, thank you for the first responders who walked throughout the cyclones so we could have a safe Christmas. If you weren't there, Sri Lanka might not have a celebrative Christmas this year. We might not have the splendid, vividly looking decorations here and there, but rather a Solomon piece giving out to everybody who passed away, lost their lives, lost their homes. But we are trying to make an emotional connection with everybody who lost again to stand up in life. because we never know what may come next. So, a huge respect to everyone who put their life forward for the rescue. And last but not least, I would like to take a moment to thank all the teachers, the parents, and the students of our media unit for making this voice a possible chance. Because today, the two of us are not here just to share our thoughts, but to share a thought of an island filled with emotions, filled with tragedy, but in a very happy tone, just to make sure Christmas is celebrated right. Christmas is given the proper understanding this year. We learned a lot of lessons. We learned many new things, not just by Christmas, just by the spirit of Christmas. It's not just about ethnicity, it's not just about the religion, it's all about giving without an expectation, and the gratitude and the faith and everything. So as you go about your day, remember the greatest gift you can give is your kindness. Smile at a stranger, forgive an old grudge, start fresh. Give your best to whatever you're doing and be proud of what you've achieved, what you've reached, and how far you've come in your life. Look back, take a moment, realize, recap whatever you've done this year, whatever you achieved, whatever you lost. Make a small analysis. Set new goals for 2026 because 6 days more and you're starting a fresh, brand new year with a fresh mindset, with fresh new goals. Work it out, plan your work your plan. From all of us here at the Rodzens Media Unit, we wish you a day filled with laughter, a heart filled with love, and an year ahead filled with peace and prosperity.
Yes, indeed, Sanulaya. So, to every Sri Lankan listening, whether you are rebuilding a home today or reaching out from across the ocean, please know that your courage is the real miracle of the season. So, Merry Christmas, Sri Lanka.
Merry Christmas to all. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in with us. We'll see you next time. Thank you.